It's another episode of The Silly Kitchen today, and I'm really stoked about this one. I actually put a little feeler out there to see if you guys wanted a recipe video for Polish salad. That's what it's called, Polish salad. That's what we're gonna make. It is a staple that I grew up eating on every occasion, weekend, family gathering. There was always lots of different food, pierogi, sausage, schnitzels, things like that. And there was always a bowl of Polish salad as a side dish. This is not your typical salad. There's no lettuce in it, as you can see by what I'm having here on my counter. But I will run through the ingredient real quick for you. So we need peas. I use frozen peas and I just let them thaw out, or if you're in a rush and forgot to let them thaw out, just rinse them with some warm water real quick and strain them and you're good to go. Potato is going to be your base of this recipe, as well as carrots. Now, you might be able to see, you might not be able to tell, but these are already boiled and cooled, the carrots and the potato. So we're going to peel and dice them up in a minute. You're also gonna need some eggs. See, kind of like potato and egg salad, except with a lot more stuff in it. So hard-boiled eggs, let them cool, and then we're gonna peel them. Finely diced pickles, finely diced radish, and my secret ingredient, which I will chop last because I don't like when they brown or sit in the air too much, but a nice crisp Granny Smith apple. It's a little tart and it's gonna add a nice little flavor profile to the salad. So that's all the veggies that you're gonna need, all the ingredients in terms of stuff that you need to prepare. And I'm gonna go ahead and just chop all of this stuff up and I'll let you know what to do next. All right, so I've almost got everything chopped. I'm leaving the apple to the last moment. So again, potatoes, carrots, both boiled and then cooled down before cutting. Frozen peas, and I don't think I mentioned this before, but guys, do not use a can of peas or a can of peas and corn. It will be super mushy. You want to actually boil your corn and get frozen peas, or if it's seasoned, fresh peas are even better. Couple of pickles. My mom usually adds like 1 or 2 pickles when she makes this, but I really like pickles, so I think I used about 4 or 5 medium-sized pickles. 3 hard-boiled eggs, about 5 or 6 radishes, and then the apple. So this is how we're gonna go. We're gonna put our potatoes in the bowl, get all the little bits in there. We're pretty much gonna put all of the ingredients in the bowl right away here. So potatoes, carrots, let's go with peas next. And that way we can kind of mix all of the ingredients together. If you are making a smaller version of this, you can certainly cut this recipe into half or whatever your heart desires. It is good in the fridge for about 3 or 4 days once you season it and do everything. So, I mean, you can eat, if you're not gonna get sick of it, or if you have a big family, you can obviously make a big batch of this and then just enjoy a little bit every day. Okay, so I've got all of that in there, and I'm gonna get my hard-boiled eggs in there as well. Pretty easy. And like I said, I wanted to save the apple for last because I don't want it to brown. I want to get it all mixed in. And I do leave the skin on if you want, you can peel it, but there's a lot of nutrients, I think, in the skin of fruits and vegetables. So, I mean, why waste it? Eat the whole thing. And then the little parts of the apple that you can't actually cut into, I made good dices. Just eat it. Just like that, my apple is magically diced. And we're gonna get all of those pieces in there as well. Oh, one little guy wouldn't go in. Okay, so we want to toss all of this together because I want it to all evenly blend. Give it a couple good stirs, and at this time, add your salt and pepper. Again, guys, this is gonna be to taste, so you can always add more if you don't put enough in the first place. It's a good arm exercise. You can also dance around while you do it. This is a huge bowl of salad, so I'm not gonna be shy. And I like pepper. I think it adds so much flavor for such a simple household ingredient. Remember, potatoes love salt, so I'm gonna salt this all up. Ooh. Ooh, what a workout. I'm just kidding, it's not that hard. Okay, so give that another toss. Make sure the salt and pepper gets evenly distributed through this. This is a pretty easy salad to make, and if you like potato salad, this is just like a little potato salad with a lot of extras. All right, so I'm mixing it up and I can kind of see all the stuff on the bottom. Didn't quite get enough salt and pepper, so I'm just gonna give it another round here. This is a huge salad. I think I'm gonna have to share this one. So after you've given it a nice mix, make sure you got enough salt and pepper in there. And one potato I didn't cut very well, so I'm just smushing it. To season it completely, not just with salt and pepper, you want to have some mayo and some mustard. Now, my vegan peeps, I know you guys got vegan mayo out there, so you can use that instead. I like good old regular mayo, and honestly, just yellow mustard. Regular yellow mustard works perfectly for this. So we're gonna add that in, and now your mayo to mustard ratio is probably gonna be 3-to-1, so more mayo than mustard, because mustard's very zingy and zesty. And again, depending how much you're making, you know, add a bit, mix it around, make sure it's all coated, and if you feel like it's not enough coating, you can always add more. Guys, if you've watched The Silly Kitchen before, you know, I don't really measure anything, so it's totally up to you. Add less, add more. If you like it really saucy, then you add more. If you want to keep it a little lighter, then obviously just add a tiny bit. Okay, so now this is where your muscle comes in, because you really need to stir this. Lots and lots of stirring. I don't want any chunks of mayo. I want it all nice and spread even and have it mix perfectly well with the mustard. I really want to bite. Eee! Once you have it all mixed together, guys, give it a taste. Make sure that the salt and pepper quantity is enough, that you've got enough mustard and mayo to cover every little piece. And guys, that's it. So now you want to make it pretty. Put it in a beautiful dish to either serve or to store in your fridge. It is actually good if you put this in the fridge maybe for 30 to 40 minutes just to get it all to cool down before you serve it. And I'm gonna have enough to fill probably 2 bowls. So yeah, I think I made a little too much. Wait, what's too much? It just means more leftovers and more to share, right? Okay, so that looks like enough for this bowl. And I'm just gonna kind of flatten it down nicely. You know, food and aesthetics, you gotta make it look pretty. So just kind of fluff it down, spread it around. Okay, so just make it nice and pretty. I'm going to add some dry parsley flakes to the top just to make it pretty. Give it a little bit of herbs. Woo! And I have a nice fresh piece as well, just to garnish it and make it look pretty in the middle. Oh, and that's it. Polish salad. And let me just put a little bit in a bowl on the side for myself because I gotta try it. This reminds me of home. Just being with the family, enjoying a beautiful lunch or dinner or gathering, and eating a lot of Polish salad. This salad is not your average potato salad. That's why it's called Polish salad. But it's pretty easy, very simple ingredients, probably a lot of stuff you already have in your kitchen if you need to have an idea of what to do with your leftover potatoes. Add some carrots, peas, and then zing it up with the flavors of pickles, radishes, and an apple for crunch. If you do try this at home, please send me a picture. I want to see what you do. And enjoy. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more. There's going to be tons more recipes, easy stuff that you have in your kitchen, and easy ideas for your family. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day.